Welcome to Weston, West Virginia, home of the Trans-Allegheny Insane Asylum. Steph and I investigated this 40,000 square foot formal mental hospital and tried to discover what secrets remained inside. Our investigation started on the third floor, where several shadow figures are seen regularly, as well as the location of a gruesome murder in the dangerous men's ward. The night got off to an exciting start when Steph witnessed for herself the shadow figure.
I mean, the thing is, like, if you look at something long enough, your eyes are going to play tricks on you. You know what I mean? Like, if you...
Did you see that?
What? No.
Did you see it?
No.
We were looking at it.
Okay.
I saw like a black thing go across the light to the left. Totally saw it.
No.
It moved from left to right.
No, I didn't see it.
I don't know if it's those people in the room or what.
No, she was sitting down on the floor.
He was standing up though. I just definitely
It went right to left?
left to right.
Next, we moved to the north wing, to the dangerous women's and men's wards, but quickly realized what the fourth floor potentially had in store for us.
Okay, we just heard a bunch of people screaming. Is that on our floor?
I don't know.
Somebody just got the crap scared out of them.
We are in the dangerous women's ward, and we were just over on the dangerous men's ward where I saw a shadow like move across a reflection of light on the wall. I hear people. And so this is the like kind of dangerous women's area, and we're gonna go down into the like super dangerous men's area where they had to go into solitary confinement and everything.
We knew we'd have to contend with the paranormal activity, but soon discovered that normal activity from the town of Weston would also be an issue during the investigation.
Is there vehicles outside?
Was it this noisy outside when you were here?
Later, we moved to the solitary confinement cells, where extremely dangerous individuals were kept. At the end of solitary confinement, we arrived at Dean's room, where a man was brutally murdered by the two other patients he was in the room with.
Somebody was playing Uno with him on the bed, it looks like. Good for you. What do you think about this room?
I was expecting it to be bigger, but it's not.
We immediately used the K2 meter to try to detect Dean's presence, and for the first time tonight, got a response.
If you come over to that little green light, we can see you.
You can see? Freaked me out.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Steph even hears a response possibly from Dean from the spirit box.
Do you want us to leave or do you want us to stay?
I swear it just said stay.
This wasn't the first time the spirit box came in handy. During our stay in the isolation cells, Steph heard several responses to our questions.
You're gonna have to take it away from the purse. Put it in the middle of the room.
No, it's not going off. It was the camera that was setting it off.
Oh, okay.
I just said it was the camera setting it off, and I swear someone said yeah.
Really? Were you trapped in here? Dude, I thought I heard something again.
He was.
What?
He was.
How long did they keep you in here? I have no idea what that was.
Was it screaming?
Yes. How long did they keep you in here? I have no idea what that was.
On the fourth floor, our guide gave us a demonstration of how flashlights would react on command as we all sat in amazement, some more strangely than others. Our group even heard a response to knocking by the guide.
See if you can finish this for me. Is that one of you guys? Did anybody else see that?
I heard
Third floor, right here.
Okay.
that wasn't you.
No, I did the
No,
three.
it was on the floor.
Okay, so we are on the fourth floor and we just sat in the hallway and put flashlights down the hall, and one of them at the very end of the hall kept turning on by itself. And then we did the Ovilus, and it said a few things, but nothing too crazy. It was saying some funny things, but that's about it. So now we're here by ourselves on the fourth floor.
While the fourth floor seemed quiet, it produced some of the most interesting evidence. In Frank and Larry's room, the duo enjoys playing cards and smoking cigarettes, as well as the occasional moan.
So Bobby knows some pretty good dirty jokes. Bobby, tell him a dirty joke.
What do you got? You win, ace-high. What do you got? You win, ace-high.
Over on the north wing of the fourth floor, Steph's entire demeanor changed, and we could tell something was different in one of the most active floors in the building.
If you want to talk to us, just knock, make a sound. Here, I'll show you. The cage 2 is kind of kicking. It's pretty much staying right in the yellow. EP right here?
No, I really kind of want to go.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? What's wrong?
I don't know, I just don't like this hallway.
We were even more shocked after we reviewed the pictures I had taken and found something we just couldn't explain. This shadow figure only appears in one of the 5 photos taken as we left the fourth floor. Four hours down and 2 floors investigated, and our night was just getting started. Not to be outdone, the first floor ended up being quite active as well. We just had to stop scaring each other first.
Do people?
Scream?
Tell you what, Lily, I'm gonna leave and let you sit in here with Steph for a little bit. If you want to talk to her. Just want to see if maybe she doesn't like a man being in here. Just ask her a few questions. I'm just gonna walk down the hallway real quick.
Do you like that people bring you all these toys? Big box with the green light there? If you get near that green light, it'll make other colors like.
Good?
Yeah, did you feel like a piano?
Yeah. There's a piano down there. I played it.
Thanks a lot.
Why, did you freak out?
A little bit.
Lily's room may have been a bust, but as we moved into the Civil War era section of the hospital, things changed very quickly.
This is supposed to be one of the most active places, and where the oldest and the most active places. This is where Zach Bagans from Ghost Adventures had a huge experience.
Miss that part when we watched it? I don't remember that.
No, yeah, that was like the very first thing they did. Remember, we were trying to figure out where the Confederate ward was and if we'd be able to look at it.
This is the women's ward.
This is the women's ward. Yep.
In one of the massive hallways in the Civil War wing, several whispers can be heard. Some that we hear live, and others we did not.
No. What'd you hear?
Like a whisper. Did you hear anything?
No. What'd you hear?
Like a whisper.
In this instance, Steph heard a whisper and even reacts to it, while I heard nothing despite only being 10 or so feet away. It's hard to totally be sure, but we feel like the chilling voice says, "Go."
Did you hear anything?
No. What'd you hear?
Like a whisper.
The second whisper in the same location sounds like it's saying yes.
Do you want us to leave? Do you want us to leave? Entering the kitchen?
The Civil War kitchen also had several whispers and sounds, but it was hard to nail down due to the water dripping from the ceiling. Steph did capture a strange orb that was present in a photo of me after I asked the entity to stand next to me.
I'm gonna take a picture of Bobby. You think you can stand here? Get in the picture?
Stand at attention, soldier.
I think I just saw an orb.
It appears in 2 of the photos that she took. Is it paranormal? We'll let you decide. The final floor we investigated was the second floor. which started off with a sensory deprivation demonstration by our guide.
It's cool.
Is Ben here? Are there any children here?
I'm Ben. I'm here.
Where are you, Ben?
Always.
How long have you been here?
I will be. Always.
You can only prey on little boys.
Don't be a bully. It's survival.
Next, we did our best to get away from the group and investigate on our own.
On the second floor. How's it going?
It is really cold now.
It's actually not that cold.
I feel really cold. There's a creepy doll behind me.
Yep, let me see it.
Right there. We don't know how it got here. And we were on the pediatric floor. So this is where they kept the kids from 0 to, I think, 9.
Mm-hmm.
And we were in the bathroom and did a spirit box type thing. And apparently there's an old guy in the bathroom that hangs out there with the kids and won't let them leave.
The spirit box once again had an interesting response, as the word play could be heard after asking a question in Emily's room.
What's your favorite thing to do in your room? What's your favorite thing to do in your room?
As we tried to quickly move through the second floor and avoid the rest of the group, we were startled by a noise, which led to another chilling piece of evidence.
Everybody else is. You heard a little noise? You heard a little noise? Was that you? Can you make that noise again? Sound like it was from this room. Oh yeah, this is the bathroom where a boy was murdered. Is there anybody in here?
It is fairly certain that this bathroom, which was the location of yet another grisly murder, was hiding something sinister.
Is there anybody in here?
With the night winding down, we found ourselves on the north wing of the second floor, all alone. So we visited Jane's room and quickly found out that Trans-Allegheny wasn't done with us yet.
He said isolation cells, which is these up here. We can just do an EVP in the hallway. You want to try that?
Well, let's pick a room. At least one that
Well, that one does have blue on it.
green. Looking for green.
Maybe this one's green. Yeah, that's green.
Jane's room, the site of her suicide, was filled with K2 spikes and even a strange sound that we feel sounded a little bit like sobbing. We pretty much ruled out all other noises, and this noise ended up happening for over a minute while we were talking, and none of us heard it.
Jane, what can we do to help you? Actually, your bag's pretty close to it. Has it set that off?
My phone's in my hand.
There's nothing else in
No.
your purse? Jane, do you want us to leave? Just push that door open and we'll leave. Just walk out, Jane. Just walk right over that little device. You can leave, Jane. You're free. Just walk right out the door. We're here to help you. You can leave, Jane. You're free. Just walk right out the door. We're here to help you.
Finally, we found ourselves on the last hallway of the second floor, and Steph immediately reacted to a feeling she had of unease.
I'm trying to think of what he was saying about this one.
Oh gosh. Okay.
What?
I'm getting lots of
Spikes?
colors.
Was it back in front of that room?
It's still going. Okay, I want to go back.
Just slow down. Does anybody here like to communicate? Slow down, man. Is it still spiking?
Our amazing night in this place was finally over, and Steph was ready to head home. We will never forget our night in Trans-Allegheny, as well as the excitement and anxiety we felt throughout our investigation.